Here's a quick recap of Belly's relationship with Jeremiah and Conrad, with some music cues because the soundtrack on the show is phenomenal. I wrote very thorough notes. Belly and Jeremiah kiss in the pool for the very first time. This is when Jeremiah confronts Belly. Everyone knows that Belly loves Conrad, but Jeremiah tells her straight up, confesses that, hey, I always liked you, and do you think, could we? And then they kiss in the pool. Cue Are We Still Friends by Tyler, the Creator. Perfect song for the scene. Number 2, Belly and Conrad almost kiss, but they don't because Jeremiah blasts a firework and almost hits them. Belly and Jeremiah go to the ball together. This is very important because it made their relationship pretty official at this point. They even kiss one more time where Steven, Belly's brother, finds out and he's absolutely disgusted, but that's the first time we see Belly and Jeremiah's relationship be solidified. That same night, we remember Conrad actually saves the ball because Jeremiah's outside crying after he found out about his mom's cancer. And personally for me, this is the scene where Conrad really stole my heart because when he approaches Belly at the ball in place of Jeremiah to dance with her, he says, I think I remember the steps. Cue Taylor Swift's The Way I Loved You. And that's the way I loved you. The morning after the ball, the day after basically Jeremiah and Belly get together, Conrad and Belly talk on the beach. And Conrad is in a very good mood because he's hopeful about his mom getting the cancer cure. And during this scene, Conrad confesses his love for Belly. Mind you, this is a day after Jeremiah confessed his love for Belly. And this is the scene where Belly says, I don't want you to need me. I want you to want me. And then Conrad looks into her eyes and says, I do want you. Cue This Love by Taylor Swift. This love is good, this love is bad, this love is I love back from the devil. Conrad and Belly say they'll talk to Jeremiah and that Jeremiah will understand, hoping to pursue an official relationship. Guess what? Jeremiah is upset, and so they take a break, but not for long. During the winter, Conrad and Belly have a secret meetup at Cousins. And this is during season 2 when Belly is having flashbacks of the time when they're in the cousin's house. This scene was iconic to me because the song Invisible String by Taylor Swift comes on, and it's just the perfect song once again because everything reminds her of Conrad. Everything is attached to Conrad. So anyways, Belly and Conrad meet at the cousin's house during the winter and they have a very intimate time, and that's when they decide, okay, we are going to make it official. They probably thought Jeremiah's over it, we can move on. So they go to prom together. But things aren't the same because Susanna is still sick from her cancer. What should have been a wonderful day for Belly at her prom ends up being the last day that Belly and Conrad stay together. They break up. And not only that, Belly and Conrad get into a huge fight during Conrad and Jeremiah's mom's funeral, making it feel like it's really the end between Belly and Conrad. After some time, Belly and Conrad are still not talking, but one day Jeremiah calls Belly. And mind you, Jeremiah hadn't talked to Belly in a long time because he probably was upset about Belly getting with his brother. But Jared calls Belly, rekindles their relationship as they go on the search for Conrad because Conrad is missing. After finally finding Conrad and the dust settles, Conrad finally apologizes to Belly. It's the scene where Conrad is throwing away trash by the trash bins and stops Belly, and Conrad is trying to tell Belly that he missed her, but Belly jumps the gun and tells him, hey, let's stay friends. But Conrad doesn't want to stay friends. He's never want to stay friends with her. At this point, Jeremiah and Belly are getting closer again, and then the epic scene happens where Jer and Belly kiss at Brown while they're waiting for Conrad to finish his finals. Cue Tiebreaker. I can't believe I never left this whole life. And then while they're macking out, Conrad walks in on them. Conrad's in denial, but Jeremiah and Belly are together. Jeremiah and Belly even kiss again at the motel where they're forced to stay after the rainstorm, which really seals the deal. It's official. Jeremiah and Belly are together. But Jeremiah feels insecure and thinks that Belly is basically settling for him. Jeremiah thinks that if Conrad confesses his love for Belly, he thinks that Belly would go to Conrad rather than him. But we're left at the end of the season where Belly says, no, I'm choosing you, Jeremiah, and nothing can change that. We'll see about that. So once again, just to organize everything for you, at first, Belly chooses Jeremiah, and then Belly chooses Conrad. Finally, Belly goes back to Jeremiah, and now we're at season 3. Who do you think Belly will choose at the end of the show?